এই যে 10:40, 10:35 হয়েছে। জিজ্ঞেস কর, জিজ্ঞেস কর। বাড়ি গিয়ে আজকে লুচি খাবো। লুচি আর কষা মাছ। কি?
রোহিতজি চলে গেছে, এবার ওর বউ রান্না করছে, এবার ওকে নিচে দিতে হবে, বাবা দিয়ে যাবে। আমি তো
আমার টিফিন তো নিয়ে গেছে।
ও দিয়ে যাবে। ও একটা কোন ভাই এসছে,
বলো, বলো। তুমি কি দেখোনি? তুমি কি অন্ধ? হ্যাঁ, তো কালেকশন করছি, দেখো কন্ট্রিবিউশন লিস্টও পাঠিয়েছি। কন্ট্রিবিউশন লিস্ট পাঠিয়েছি, তুমি দেখো ওখানে টোটাল 700 আছে। কন্ট্রিবিউশন লিস্ট একটা পাঠিয়েছি পিডিএফ করে তোমাকে হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ। হ্যাঁ, কেন আমি কি করবো? তারা যদি দেয়। 1000 টাকা দেওয়া হচ্ছিল। আমাদের কি আর হাই স্যালারি বলো? কোথায় কুকুর করলাম? তো তুমি দাও, তুমি দাও। আচ্ছা, তো কি করবো আমি? আরে তোমাকে একটা পিডিএফ পাঠিয়েছি, দেখো না, আমি ক্লাস নিচ্ছি। আমারও সময় নেই, আমার ক্লাস নিচ্ছি আমি এখন। ক্লাস নিচ্ছি এখন, 10:40 থেকে ক্লাস আছে। আমার 500 টাকা, ঠিক আছে। চয়ন স্যারের, হ্যাঁ চয়ন স্যারের 100 টাকা, ঠিক আছে। হ্যাঁ, আর আর হচ্ছে তন্ময় স্যার আর দেবব্রত স্যারের 50-50 করে, ঠিক আছে। হ্যাঁ, কি করবো? হুম, ঠিক আছে। So, very good morning. We will wait for 1 to 2 minutes, then we will start our session. Okay, so we will start today's session. So, in the previous lecture, uh, we will discuss the orientation of a different sides of the loop with respect to the magnetic field. That means we have discussed the directional motions, okay, with respect to the magnetic field for the different sides, okay, and we will find what will be the induced voltage for each and every segment, right? So today we will complete this particular induced voltages. Okay, so induced voltage section, that means how much total amount of voltage that will induced for each and every sections, right? And what will be the resulting voltage, okay, which will be shown with respect to the function of time, right? So I will share my screen so that you will able to see. Yes. Okay. So previously we will discuss this thing. That means the how much amount of voltage we will induce in a single rotational loop, right? So we have a uniform magnetic field which will be considered as a B. So we have a simple rotational loop in a uniform magnetic field, and we will see the views of a coils, okay, in a three-dimensional figure, right? So okay, so uh, so today we will discuss briefly regarding what will be the calculation, okay, for the induced voltages. Okay, so we will do these things today. Okay, so I will draw the same thing which I already told in the previous lecture. Okay, so we will go through this. Okay, first we have to draw the things which will be related to some equations. Okay, okay, fine. So we have finding out for the various section what will be the induced voltages. Okay, so first we have to draw the vector diagram, right? So what the vector diagram is? Vector diagram for figure A. For figure A, we have a vector diagram like this. So we are putting some coil like this. Okay. So here in this point we are considering this is cross. Okay. And here we are putting the dot. Okay. So the cross means that means the current will enter into the page. Okay. Okay, and dot that will signify the current will out from the page. Current will out from the pages. Okay, so if our rotational motion will be omega m, right, and the distance, the radius we will considering supposed to be in this direction, supposed to be this is r, and from this direction to this direction it will be considered as r. Okay, and we are putting a over here, we are putting b over here, we are putting d over here, we are putting c over here. Okay, so if the rotational motion is in an anti-clockwise direction, so for that case the velocity vector, it will be considered as VCD. Okay, and in this axis, as the rotational motion is omega m in anti-clockwise direction, so the vector representation for the velocity of a AB section, it is V of AB, right? So this figure, it is actually, I already told, this is consist of a velocities and the orientation of a sides. Okay, orientation of a sides, that means the AB sides and the CD sides. Okay, with respect to the magnetic field, which will be considered as a B. Okay, it's a B is actually nothing but a magnetic uniform magnetic field, right? So if I will consider the figure B, so we will section out the section of AB. Okay, so we will draw the vector diagram. So this is my B. Okay, and my vector representation for the section for the side AB, so what will be my velocity V of AB, and the angle between this we will considering it should be my theta of AB. Okay, so this particular representation that will represent the direction of the motion, the direction of motion with respect to, I think someone is coming, direction of motion with respect to, with respect to the magnetic field, respect to magnetic field for the sides AB, right? If I draw the directional motion for the side CD, so by representation it's look like this. So this is my B, and the velocity vector for the side CD, it will be considered as CD, V of CD. So the angle between this, we will considering theta of CD. So this particular diagram that will represent the direction of motion with respect to, with respect to magnetic field, which will be considered as B. Okay, for the side CD, as we will draw the dimensional figure or view of a coil in a three-dimensional way. So it should be look like this, as I will already told you. So if this is my coil, this is one side and this is my another side, and the coil will be located like this and it will be rotate. Okay, so we will considering this particular portion. So supposed to be this is O dash and this is O, and we will considering this is positive, this is negative. Okay, this sides, that means this side we will considering AB, the coil. Okay, and this sides we will taken into consideration of a C and D. Okay, and the total length of an each and every coil, it should be considered as L. That means this length and this length will be L. Okay, and the radius for this, it should be considered as R. Okay, so R. Okay, so what will be the voltage induced on this particular wire section or this side? We will considering E of DC. Okay, so what will be the voltage that will induced in this sides? Okay, it should be considered as E of BA. Okay, so this should be supposed to be minus plus, and this is your plus minus. Okay, so this will be the view of a three-dimensional coil which will rotate. Okay, so we are finding in the previous lecture each and every sectional segment, right? So for the segment AB, what will be my induced voltages for section AB? Tell me. For section AB, okay, what will be my induced voltage? Tell me. Can anyone? E induced is what?
Sir, VBL, sir.
V into B into L. Okay, that means I already told you these things. Okay, that means VBL sine theta AB, as we will considering the angle between this VAB versus B, that will be by theta AB. So VBL into sine of theta AB. So suppose we will considering this is my equation 1. Okay, so the second one is for the segment BC. For the segment BC, what will be my induced voltage? E of BC, it should be considered as 0. Okay, the third one, okay, I think we have lost the connection. Yes, so we have a connection problem. That is why there must have some issues. Okay, so is my voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so okay, so is my screen is visible or not?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Yes. Okay, fine. So in the section for the third one, for the segment, what? AB हो गया, BC हो गया, then कौन सा segment था मेरा?
CD, sir.
हाँ, so for the segment CD, So what will be my induced voltages?
Sir, VBL sin theta CD.
Acha. Okay, fine. So for the segment CD, for the segment CD, one second. For the segment CD, my E of CD, that will be my VBL sine theta of CD, right? So supposed to be this is my equation 3, okay? And the last section, which will be called as the segment DA, segment DA, that means what will be the induced voltage? So
Zero,
DA,
sir. Zero.
that will be my 0. So what will be my total induced voltages? Now we have to finding out the total induced voltage on the loop of E induced in the sum of the voltages of each and every sections. So my E induced we can considering the total induced voltage, the total induced voltage, that means E induced we can considering the each and every sections, that means E of BA, E of BA plus E of CB plus E of CD plus E of DA. So that means we can considering VBL sine theta of BA plus VBL sine theta of CD. Is it? Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if we will considering the theta of AB, that will be 180 degree minus theta of CD. Okay, as we will show the plot of a E induced versus theta. Okay, so if I draw the plots, if I will draw the plots, someone is coming, I think. Okay, so if this one will be taken into consideration, okay, if this is taken into consideration, so supposed to be this is 0, this is pi, this is supposed to be now, so now not this is pi, this is pi by 2 we can considering. So supposed to be this is pi, this is pi by 2, this is over here we will take it into consideration 3 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, and this is my 2 pi. So my equation of curve, as we will considering this is the sinusoidal figure, so it will be look like this. Okay, so in that case it will be versus theta versus E induced, that means E induced over here in this axis, okay, and theta, that means the radius. Okay, radius we will taken into consideration. So this particular graph, it will be considered as plot of a graph of a theta versus my E induced, right? So as we will taken into consideration that theta of AB, we will taken into consideration that the theta of AB is equals to 180 degree minus theta of CD. Okay, mathematical expression theta of CD. Okay, so we will recall the trigonometric identity, that means if we will considering sine theta, if I will considering sine theta, okay, that means sine 180 degree minus theta, right? So from there it should come in. Okay, so now so your E induced voltage, so what will be your induced voltage becomes? Okay, so tell me, E induced voltage is equal to 2 VBL sin theta. Is it? Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so supposed to be this is my equation 5. Okay, so this equation is important for the numerical analysis. Okay, so whenever we have some numerical problem, you need to understand these equations. Okay, you have to implement these equations. Okay, so for that case, now suppose this is one equation. So the resulting voltage E induced, which will be the function of a time, that is actually showing in this particular figure. Okay, so there must have some, I already told in the previous lecture, there must have some alternative way for expressing the equations, expressing the above equation, that means this equation we can finding out in another alternative way. So way is actually what? So if we will considering a loop, okay, is rotating, it's a constant angular velocity, that is omega. Okay, and then the angle theta of the loop, that will increase linearly with respect to the time. Okay, so in other words we can say that no, in other words we can say that the theta is equals to omega t, as I already told in the previous lecture. Theta is equals to omega t. So also the tangential velocity v of the edge of the loop can be expressed as, so the tangential velocity, so the tangential velocity of tangential velocity of the edge of the loop, of the edge of the edge of the loop, which will be considered as, tell me, v is equal to r omega, right? Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if where r we will taken into consideration the radius from the axis of the rotation out from the edges. Okay, so r is actually what? R is actually nothing but the radius from the axis of the rotation of the edges of the loop, and omega is actually the angular velocity of the loop. Okay, so we are substituting, if we are substituting the equations, the previous equation 3.6, that means this equations. Okay, if I will substituting these equations according to the values of theta of omega t and v is equal to r omega, so then it will come, so the total induced voltage is actually come what? Okay, so if that means if we will substituting the equation 5, okay, then it will come, that means we are putting the values of theta is equal to omega t, and we are putting the values of r omega with respect to v and theta, right? So it should come how? It will come that E induced, that means 2r, tell me क्या होगा, tell me, 2r omega bl sin of omega t, ये होगा ना? Yes,
Yes.
yeah, okay, fine. So this will be my final equation. So supposed to be this my equation, we will take it into consideration as a 6. Okay, so tell me, and now we will did what? We will did what now? So in the figure which I already told that in this section we will, so this particular radius we will take it into consideration as a r, and the total length of each and every conductor, each and every sides of the conductor we will considering l. Okay, so for that cases we will considering from this figure the area, we will considering the area, the total area we will consider is supposed to be the a. Okay, so this particular area a of the loop is just equal to the, is equal to the 2rl, right? This particular area we will taken into consideration, right? So we can say that the area A of the loop is just equal to the 2RL. So we can again simplify this equation. We can write this equation. We can write this equation in this way. we can write this equation in this way: E induced 2RL. That means we will considering as a AB loop. Okay, AB into omega into sine of omega t. Okay, so this is my equation 7, right? Is it clear? Is it clear or not? Tell me. Please do the response.
Yes.
Is there any question?
Sir, AB is the radius, sir.
AB is actually not the radius. AB is been considering as a loop. Okay, AB is considering as a loop. Okay, so what will be the radius from the axis? It will be considered as R. Okay, and the length of the conductor, okay, or the length of the sides of the wire, we will take it into consideration as a. So that is why we will take it into consideration that the loop we will take it into consideration as a AB. So that is why. Okay, so for that cases, we will write this equation, like this. Okay, so as we are considering as the area, a of the loop, as the area a of the loop is just equal to, 2RL, right? 2RL. So we are putting the values of 2RL with respect to the AB. That means 2R and this L. Okay, so omega. Okay, and the B will be my induced voltages. Okay, that is the magnetic field. We can write these things. Okay, that means B is your magnetic field. Okay, so here we can say that this will be my area A. Okay, the total sectional area will be A. Okay, and the magnetic flux. Okay, or we can say that the magnetic field we will take it into consideration as a B. Okay, as a B. So this area we will take it into consideration as a AB. Okay, cross sectional. So this area we will consider as a 2RL. So that is why this equation will be coming like this. Now it is understandable or not?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay, clear now. Okay, so because if I will draw this equation, I already draw the figure. So suppose this is my figure, and we are putting some conductor over here, and we are putting some conductor over here. Okay, so from there, so this will be the midpoint. So from the midpoint to this, it will be my R radius, and from there to there, it will be my R. Okay, so if the magnetic flux that will be cuts through there, okay, cuts through there, so this magnetic field will be taken into consideration as a B, and the area which will be consist of this particular conductor, it should be considered as A. Okay, so if I will putting the magnets over here, so north pole and the south pole, okay, north and south pole, the magnetic field which will be considered as B, and the area of this particular section we will consider. So this area we will be taken into consideration as a 2RL. Okay, so we are put the values of 2RL with respect to A. Okay, and B is by the magnetic flux. Okay, so AB omega sine. So we can write this equation like this. Okay, so for that cases, write this. I already told you that this cross point will be considered as the current that will be entered into the pages. Okay, and this dot that will consider the current will be out from the pages. Okay, so if I will redraw the view of the wire, so it will be look like this. If I redraw the coil diagram, so it should be look like this. Okay, so suppose this is my mid portion, which will be considered as O dash and O. Okay, so this side will be taken into consideration CD, and this side we will taken into consideration as BA, and the current which will flow from this side. Okay, so current I that will flow. So this will be the direction of the current. Okay, where we can consider this the side of CD, which will be the length of the sides will be L, and the radius of the parallel, okay, will be by R. Okay, so finally we can say that the current carrying loop in a uniform magnetic field will be stated from this figure. Okay, from these two figure, so how the current will be carried through this particular coils. Okay, so finally we can note that the maximum flux for throughout this loop that will occur when the loop is perpendicular to the magnetic flux density line. So magnetic flux density line will be like this. Okay, and this particular maximum flux which will be produced due to the perpendicular behavior of the magnetic flux line. Okay, so this flux is a product of a loop surface area, okay, and the flux density through the particular loop. Okay, so the flux density we will taken into consideration as a phi. Okay, so the maximum flux phi max we will taken into consideration as a AB. Okay, so supposed to be this is my equation 7. Okay, so therefore we can say, therefore therefore the final form the final form of the voltage equation, the final form of voltage equation should be like, that means E induced will be phi max omega sine of omega t, right? So supposed to be my, this is my equation 8. Okay, so this will be my final equation. Okay, after finding out the maximum flux, okay, phi max, so we will finding out the phi max as my rotational loop, which will be considered as my AB. Okay, so we will put the values of AB over here, phi max. Okay, so the phi max into omega into sine of omega t. So we can say the voltage generated in the loop is sinusoidal. Okay, so the voltage generated inside the loop means inside the loop A. Okay, or we can consider it as a area of AB. Okay, so the voltage that will generated in the loop is a sinusoidal whose magnitude is equal to the product of the flux. Keep remind these things. What I told that we can say thus uh, the voltage, the voltage generate generated in the loop means it's actually a closed loop. So this particular loop, the voltage that will induced in this particular loop, okay,
Sir, the whole area.
that means the whole area. Okay, so the voltage generated in the loop is a sinusoid whose magnitude whose magnitude is equal, this line is very important, this equal to the product of equal to the product of the flux. This line is important, whose magnitude is equal to the product of flux inside inside the machine, flux inside the machine, and the speed of rotation and the speed of rotation of the individual machine. So what will be the voltage that will be generated in the loop? So that particular voltage, okay, which will be a sinusoidal voltage, as we will see from this particular equations, okay, whose magnitude, okay, whose magnitude will be supposed to be this, whose magnitude is equal to the product of the flux inside the machine and the speed of the rotation of the machines. Okay, so in general we can say the voltage in a real machine will depends upon three different factors. Okay, so can anyone told that in general cases, when we have a in a theoretical machines, we can considering the voltage or the real machine, that will depends upon the three different factors. Okay, so what are the three different factors? Okay, can anyone told? That means my question is, in general, in general, the voltage, the voltage in any real time machine, in any real time machine will depends upon three factors. Okay, so this point is very important point. Okay, and this point also. Okay, so what are the three major factors that will be affect for the particular voltage equation of a real type of machines? The factors is, the number one factor is the flux of the machine. Okay, so the flux of the machine. Okay, number two factor is the speed of the rotation, the speed of the rotation, and the third one is a constant representation, a constant representing or representation, the construction of the machine, the construction of the machine, right? So that means when we have to construct any such kind of machine, we have to take into consideration how many number of loops. Okay, so how many number of loops we will take into considerations, okay, etc. Okay, so these are actually the three important factors which will be associated with the voltage induced in any such kind of real time machines. Okay, as I will told you that whatever the voltage that will be generated in a particular machine, which will be a sinusoidal, okay, and whose magnitude, which will be equal to the, keep remind these things always, which will be the equal to the product of the flux inside of the machines and the speed of the rotation of the machine, and these two are the very important factors. That means the product of the flux, that means as I will told you, that flux of the machine and the speed of the rotation of the machine, that means the speed of the rotation, okay, which will be very much important. Okay, apart from these two important factors, we will also consider it when we have designing any such kind of machine. That means how much number of loops we will take into consideration for designing any such kind of real time machines. Okay, so these are the three important major factors which will be affect for the voltage inductions, okay, of any such type of
Sir,
machines. Yes.
sir, I was asking this the third point, sir.
Uh-huh.
Number of loops. Sir, can we say number of turns, sir?
You can say, you can say, because depending upon your loop, that means in your basic electrical engineering, okay, so whatever the coil, that means the loop will consist of a wire, huh? Okay, so this particular thing that will rotate, okay, rotate in a anti-clockwise direction, having a velocity of a angular velocity of a omega m, as it is a three-dimensional figure, so it should be considered as a loop. So that loop will be consist of a number of turns of a particular coil. Is it right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so can you can say that the total number of turns also, okay, or we can say that the total number of loops we will take it into consideration. Okay, so keep remind these things. See that these are the three major important factors which will be affect on the voltage induction, okay, or the induced voltage of any such kind of real time of machines. Okay, that means whenever we have to finding out, that means actually whenever we have to finding out the induced voltage, finding out some any induced voltage, okay, induced voltage of any such kind of real time machine. So you need to understand these three factors. Okay, depending on this particular factors, your equation. Okay, that means your E induced will be signifying. Okay, depending on this particular factors, your equation that will supposed to be your equation would be look like this. So phi max. So depending upon the depending upon the factor of this flux. Okay, the product of flux, okay, the speed, that will depends upon this particular equations. Okay, so whenever you have to designing any such kind of machines, okay, so that will be thoroughly discussed whenever you have to you have gone through the design of emissions. Okay, so the next topic we will discuss, that means we will already discuss the how the voltage that will induced and what are the factors that will affect for the voltage induction, okay, or the induced voltage of any such kind of machines. Okay, now the second point is the how the torque that will induced in a current carrying loops. Okay, so my uh, second point is, which will be very much also important. Okay, that means the torque, the torque that is induced, that is induced in current carrying loop. So what is actually this? Can anyone have some idea? What is actually this? How the torque will be induced in any such kind of rotational machine? Can anyone have some idea? Tell me. Anyone? Any idea?
Sir, due to force,
Due to force. Force, due to force is what? Where the force is come? And
flux,
where
sir,
the force
flux
is
के
come?
oppose करता है सर,
Flux को?
oppose करता है सर flux change को, due to opposition of changes in flux,
Okay. In which segment of the rotational machine? फ्लक्स को अपोज कहाँ करेगा?
voltage region with rotating path में से,
Rotating part. That means the torque that will induced we will considering a rotor loop. You can say like this, right? That means we can assume that the rotor loop is at a same arbitrary angle supposed to be the theta with respect to the magnetic field. Okay, so whatever the current supposed to be, the current will be I that will flowing inside the loop. Okay, so as I already told in the previous figure. Okay, so in the previous figure I already this particular figure, if you will see this, okay, the current that will flowing in the loop, okay, and if the current will flow in the loop, then the torque that will depends upon the torque will be induced on the wire loop. Current flow means that means torque will be developed, that means some of the action of the work that will doing inside this particular loop. Is it or not?
yes sir,
Okay, so if I will considering the current I that is flowing inside the loop, this current will be I which will be flowing inside this loop as shown in this particular figure. Okay, and if the current that will flow inside the loop, okay, so then the torque that will induced on a particular wire, each and every section of the wire, that means this side also and this side also, because the current that will flow through this or this wire also. Okay, that means the current will flowing through this wire also. Okay, so we can say that that to determine the magnitude and the direction of the torque. Okay, first we have to finding out the torque, whatever the torque that will induced in the current carrying loop. Current carrying loop means this particular loop. Okay, that means the AV loop. Okay, so for first we have to determine the torque, whatever the torque that will induced due to the flow of the current inside the loop. Okay, then we have to determine what will be the magnitude and the direction of the torque. Okay, so for that cases, whenever the current that will flow through this particular loop, so automatically we can say that the force of an each and every segment of the loop, okay, will be taken into consideration as a, so whatever the force that will applied on this particular loop. Tell me, what will be the equation of a force? That means what will be the equation of F? We will be taken into consideration. What will be the equation of a F? The F will be taken into consideration as a force. Tell me, the current
Sir,
that will flow, the current will be I. Okay, as I will told you, the current will be flow through this loop is I. Okay, my length of the wire is my L. Okay, and my magnetic flux that will be my B. Now tell me, what will be my force?
sir, BILM, sir.
BILM. M कहाँ से आ गया?
Sir, N, number of turns. BILN, sir, N.
Okay, N that will be taken into consideration latter part because we are considering the single coil right now. That means single loop. Okay, so N that will be supposed to be the number of turns. That means depending upon the designing of any such kind of machines. Now for that cases we will considering the N. So what will be my force? Force is actually nothing but a the current I inside the loop into L into B. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Is it? So where we can say the I is actually the magnitude of the current. Okay, I is actually the magnitude of the current in the segment. Segment means each and every four segment. Okay, L is actually what? L is actually the length of the each and every segment. Length of the segment. So we can say with direction of L, with direction of L defined to be in the direction of current flow. Keep remind these things. Okay, so whatever the direction of this particular current, okay, so in the same direction we will considering the length of the each and every segments. Okay, so that is why we have to defining the L, that means the length of the segment according to the direction of a current flow, and we will take it into consideration B. Okay, B is actually what? B is actually the magnetic flux density vector. Okay, we can say it should be a magnetic flux density vector, right? So this is actually the force that will be applied whenever the current carrying conductors which will be flows through a particular loop, and due to this particular force some torque that will be induced in a current carrying loop. Okay, so first we have to finding out this particular torque. Okay, then we have to finding out what will be the magnitude and the direction of the torque. Okay, first that means our main motto in this particular section is, our main motto of this particular section is number one, we have to determine the torque equation. We have to determine the torque equation first, Then we have to determine the magnitude and the direction of torque. Okay, so our main motto is this two. Okay, so you are already finding out the torque equation of a DC machine, right? Are you na in the machine 1 बड़े हो ना? हाँ, torque equation of a DC machine, tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what will be the torque equation of a DC machine? Can you remember?
Sir, it was pi IA, sir.
Huh? Pi? Anyone? No, it's
Pi,
not.
pi IA, sir.
Pi IA. What is A?
Sir, current flow in the armature, sir.
Current flow the armature. Okay, no, any other answer? Because machine 1, the torque equation of a DC machine which will be related to the there also. So that is why I am asking. Okay, so that is why I am asking. Hello, is my voice is audible?
Sir, force, uh,
बोलो.
sir, into pi I, sir.
हाँ,
फोर्स इंटू सर एरिया और उसमें एंगल साइन थीटा.
एंगल साइन थीटा. ओके.
सर के एम इंटू पाई आई.
KL into phi I. Okay, ठीक है. Many more answer. Okay, ठीक है. So first we have to determine. So do prepare the DC machine torque equations. Otherwise you cannot understand the determination of a torque equation in case of a alternating current machines, right? Okay. So I will told you later on what will be the torque equation for the DC machine. Okay, so how could I determine now? Our main concentration is you have to determine the torque equation. The same approach we will take into consideration whatever the approach we are taken in case of a DC machine torque equation. The same approach we will take into consideration. That means we will draw the vector representation. Okay, for finding out the torque equation and as well as from the vector diagram we have to finding out the magnitude, okay, and the direction of the torque. Okay, just like same as a DC machine. Okay, so first I have to draw some vector representation. That means we have to draw the flow diagram, okay, which will be related to the diversion of the force at the top for the segment AB. Okay, diversion of the force and the torque for the segment BC, the diversion and the force of the torque for the segment CD, and as well as the DA. So for each and every segments, we have to diversion of a force torque diagram. We have to draw these things. Okay, first. So for the diversion of a force on the top for the segment AB. Okay, the first we have to draw before introducing the determination of the torque equation. First, we have to understand what will be the diversion of the force on torque for the segment AB. Okay, AB segment. Okay, so number A is actually the figure for the diversion of force and torque on the segment AB. So how could I draw this? Okay, so first I have to draw. So in the segment AB, I already told that the current that will into the pages. Okay, so if I will take it into consideration, so this is my B. Okay, uh, and that is my, so as it will be into the pages, okay, as it will be as the current I that will be into the pages, okay. So for that cases we will be considering the radius r over there, okay, and the force that we will applied in this section, okay. So that will be my f, okay. So l will be taken into consideration into the pages. So what angle we will take it into consideration? This angle. Okay, that means we are considering the relationship between the force versus whatever the my radius is. Okay, so the L will be taken into consideration, B also we will take it into consideration, and whatever the current that will flow. Okay, through this particular loop. Okay, so this particular angle will be what? That is my theta of AB. Is it? Is it or not? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are doing, so for keep remind these things for the segment AB, okay, and for the segment CD, the current will be into the pages. Okay. Keep remind these two things always. For the segment AB, okay, and for the segment CD, the current we will be taken into consideration as a into the pages. Okay, so depending upon that, we will draw the vector representation. Right. So, and for the segment, tell me, for the segment what?
Sir, BC
Oh,
and
okay,
CD,
okay.
sir.
I have some wrong thing I told. Okay, not CD, AB and BC. Sorry, AB and BC. Okay, so that will be taken into consideration as a cross. Okay, and for the segment CD and DA, for the segment CD and DA, okay, the current we will be taken into consideration as a out from the pages. Okay, so if the diversion of the force and the torque vector representation for the segment AV will be look like this. So if I will draw the diversion of the force and the torque for the segment CD, so how could it look like? Can you tell? What will be the diversion of the force and the torque equation for the segment CD? Can you draw?
Sir, the force will be in opposite direction, sir.
The force will be in a opposite direction. Very good. Very good. Okay, that means if I will draw, if I will draw the diversion of force and torque on the segment CD. Okay, so it should be like look like this. Okay, it should be look like this. So we are putting the dot over here. Okay, that means dot means it's from the out from the pages. Okay, so this is my B, right? Is it or not?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so R will be out from the pages. So this is my R. Okay, and just opposite direction, whatever the whatever things we have draw over here, just opposite direction the force that will apply. Okay, so the force will be applied in this direction, so that is actually your F, right? And that particular angle, it will be considered as theta of CD, is it? Okay, and this dot that will signify, that's L, that will be, which will be associated with the current flow. Okay, it will be out of the pages, right? Okay, now the third, so for the segment of AB, this will be my vector representation of a force versus torque. Okay, for the segment CD, for the segment CD, so this will be the vector representation for the segment CD. Okay, so can you draw the diversion for the force and the torque for the segment BC and DA? Can you? Can you draw the diversion of force and torque on segment BC? Tell me, कैसे होगा? My vector representation. One second, I have a call. হ্যালো, হ্যাঁ বলো। আমি এই তো কলেজে আছি, আমি একটা ক্লাস নিচ্ছি, মানে ঠিক আছে, আমি ক্লাসটা নিয়ে তারপর ফোন করছি, ঠিক আছে? হ্যাঁ 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 হ্যাঁ। Okay, so tell me, as I will already discuss that for the segment BC, my induced voltage will be zero. Okay, see there, for this segment, for the segment BC, my induced voltage is 0, and for the segment DA, my induced voltage is 0. Okay, so accordingly, whenever we have to uh, considering the diversion of force of versus torque. Okay, so in this case, E of BC we will taken into consideration as 0, right now. Okay, so what will be the diversion process of a force versus torque? So how would I draw the vector representation? Can you tell? Can you tell? Anyone? Anyone? Hello, is my voice is audible or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me. So what will be my torque? That means if we will considering the torque tau BC, BC will be what for the segment BC? Okay,
Sir,
and
torque will not.
yes, tell me.
Sir,
If
induced voltage is 0, sir. So torque will be, sir. It will also be 0, sir.
torque will be also be 0, that means your answer is the tau of BC, that is equals to 0, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So if I will considering the diversion process, diversion of force and the torque on segment DA, for the segment DA, so as we will know that E of DA, that is my 0, right? So what will be my tau of dA? That is also 0. That is 0.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you can tell that tau of dA, that is also equals to 0. Okay. So if it will happen, that means as per your observation is concerned, tau of BC and the tau of dA is equals to 0. Then what will be your vector representation? How could you draw the vector representation for the force and the torque equation for the segment BC and for the segment dA? Because this tau dA and the BC, that will actually, I told you, in the next classes you show me that what will be the diversion of the force and the torque segment for the this is, that means you have to draw the vector representation like this, okay, for the segment BC and DA and this particular torque. Okay, so I can only told you that the torque of that segment, we can say is given by, torque is actually nothing but a what? Okay, that means the force applied into the perpendicular distance. Okay, so if I will considering the force, that will be considering as a F, and the perpendicular distance we will considering the sine of r sine theta, r sine theta. So it should be considered as rf sine theta. Okay, so your torque will be like this for this particular segments. Okay, now you have to draw, you draw in your home and you will show in the next class, that means after puja vacations. Okay, that means after Diwali vacation you will I will check your vector representation of these two segments. Okay, so theta is actually what in this particular cases? What is theta? Can anyone told? Can anyone told what is theta?
The angle between, sir, the force and
Yes,
the
yes,
part.
you are correct. The angle between the vector r, okay, and the vector f, is it? And we can say the direction of the torque is clockwise. Direction of the torque is clockwise. So if the condition will be look like this, okay. So if it would be tends to cause as a clockwise rotation or the counterclockwise, so what will be the vector representation if the direction of the torque is clockwise, and if what will be my vector representation if the direction of the clock will be counterclockwise? Okay, so you will tell me in the next classes when I will discuss these things very briefly. So what is your task? Your task is you have to draw the diversion of the force and the torque for the segment BC according to this particular equations. Okay, that means you have to find the diagram for the vector r, and for the vector f. Okay, so you have to take it into consideration. In this case also, you have to find the vector r f and you have to draw the diagram. Okay, whereas as you are told that the tau of bc, that is equals to 0 if the induced voltage is 0, and the tau of da is equals to 0 as your induced voltage is 0. So what will be your vector representation for these two segments? So you have to do these things. Okay, is it कर पाओगे ना? होगा? टेल मी.
ट्राई करेंगे सर.
अच्छा ठीक है, ट्राई करो. uh, okay, so for that, up to this we have will stop the session for today. Okay, so we will again re-meet after Diwali vacations. Okay, so you did these things thoroughly and you follow the books. Okay, so whatever the problem that will be related with this, that means whatever the numericals that will be, I will discuss the numericals also in this chapter. Okay, so before that you need to know that what will be the torque equation for the DC machine, what will be the torque equation for the AC machines. Okay, so you need to recapitulate these things. Okay, otherwise it will be very difficult to understand the latter part of an AC machines, which will be related to the DC machines also. That means how could I find the flux density distribution in the air gaps? Okay, how the rotational rotor magnetic field, which will be inside the stationary stator field, stator coils. Okay, what will be the vector magnetic flux densities and the velocities of the sides of the two coils? So all those things we have to know, we have to understand. Okay, so there will be some connection problem. So is my voice is audible or not?
Yes, 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 sir.
Okay, okay. So you do these things, do practice regular basis, because electrical machines is a very important part. Electrical machine too has been synchronous machine, asynchronous machine, induction machine. These are the very important things. So you need to understand all those points, all those factors. Okay, which will be associated. You have to, then we have to designing any such kind of real time of machines, right? So do the practice on a regular basis. Otherwise, it will be very difficult. Okay, so we will stop the session for today. We will again re-meet after the puja vacations. So happy Diwali to everyone.
हैप्पी दिवाली सर.
Hmm. Okay, so you are all are requested to leave the session for today.